Alright, here we go with a spontaneous Griffin treasure hunting video. Normally when I'm going for the Griffin runs, I have the pack set up specifically for it. But in this instance, I just happen to have Griffin in the pack. And we're going to get very, very lucky early on and get the level 3 going pretty quickly. So 5 pill bugs to start is also pretty decent. Although I'm not sure I even had Spider in this pack. Definitely didn't have any of the normal stuff that I would take for Griffin except for Bass. As you can see, we find one in the shop. So we're going to take that, and we're also going to take the Griffin. And I think, am I going to take the level up? I suppose I could have leveled up the Pillbug there, but I would rather save the Bass in case I end up getting enough Griffins, which, spoilers, we are going to get. Nice draw on turn 3 as well. So if you don't know, Griffin, the way it works is that when you sell it, it creates a toy called a treasure map. And then when the toy breaks, it will create a new toy called a treasure chest. And if you got the toy from a Griffin, from a level 1 Griffin, it will create a level 3 tier 2 in the shop. If it's a level 2 Griffin, it will be a tier 4. And then if you have the level 3 Griffin, it will be a tier 6. And most of the treasure chest runs were all about trying to get it as early as possible. Now, the way you do that is by having a mandrill in the pack, which allows you to break the toy quicker. However, this pack did not have mandrill in it. It was set up for something completely different. But luckily here on turn 5, we get the treasure chest, we get the treasure map rather. And we have 4 turns before we will get the reward from it. And because I don't have the mandrill, there's no way I can make it go any faster. So it's guaranteed to be on turn 9. So not quite as early as some of the other Griffin runs have done, but the fact that this was in a pack where nothing was set up for this particular strategy, it made me think that maybe I could make something happen and this would be an interesting run. Which it will be, I promise. Looks like we're going to lose here to this buy-sell team. Don't see too many Robin players, even with Owl. So the treasure map breaks, we get the treasure chest. And I have a long playlist at this point of all the different treasure runs that I've done. I guess it's over a year since I started doing these. Kind of surprised that Griffin has never been changed. Because it's a little bit suspect, to say the least. I kind of want the ability to be able to get like tier 3s and 5s from it as well, instead of just 2, 4, 6, because there are some pets on tier 5 that I think would be quite interesting to get. Like this one here, we get Jackal, but I think I'm going to end up taking the Starfish because we have a level 3 Pillbug. We don't have Elk, but we know we're going to have to sell the Pillbug at some point to have any chance of winning, since we still have 0 trophies here on turn 8. Although it looks like we get lucky here against a very greedy Manta Ray team. So we get our first win, and we get level 3 Winter Spirit, which then gets the extra +2/2 from the Dromedary. So obviously this is a level 3 that we could sell for Starfish buffs, but in order to have any chance for this run to pan out, we're going to have to rely heavily on the Winter Spirit. So I just rearrange a little bit here because I know I'm going to get rid of the Dromedary, and we'll give the mana to the pets that are at least sticking around for a while. I'm pretty sure I also had transform foods in this pack. Most packs now, I'm taking transform foods every time. So once we get the Starfish ability activations, we can actually transform it into something else and hopefully stay alive that way. Level 3 Caterpillar is going to copy our Pillbug, but thankfully it's an odd turn, so the Werewolf is not doubling up. So rare that I get matched with Werewolf on an odd turn, so we'll take it. And what am I going to do now? Yeah, I guess this pack was actually set up for Monty. That's why I've got the Easter egg frozen. I was thinking about trying to bring it into the team somehow. But yeah, you can see I give up on it here. And then since we find another Starfish in the shop, and I still have 2 hearts, I'm actually going to go super greedy and go for more than 1 Starfish when I sell this Pillbug. And I'm also going to freeze the bass because I'm looking for platypus as well. And there we find another starfish. That's so lucky. I think I would just check the tofu there in case I'd bought chocolate earlier in the turn, but obviously hadn't. Don't find anything that we want in the shop. Maybe I'm going to take the turtle since we have the pillbug cell, and look at this. We get platypus, starfish, and another chocolate. That is just absolutely outrageous when you're freezing so much stuff. And here's Nick. We're both starfish gaming at this point, although I don't think I've sold anything yet, so my starfish pair are just kind of passengers at the moment. But the mana snipe does scrape me the tie. We get the second level 2 starfish. I'm going to sell the pillbug now. Maybe I should freeze the mammoth. Yeah, okay, the mammoth's gone. But I guess we're getting so many buffs from the starfish, it doesn't really matter too much. We're unlikely to lose for the next few turns, mainly because our trophy count is so low. We could end up drawing some more, I suppose, because we're going to face a lot of draw teams from this point on, I would say. And then, yeah, we'll immediately go for the level 3 platypus. And look at this. I mean, the shop just keeps giving me the good stuff. I think I'll just combine the 2 starfish together next turn. Pretty rare to see anyone playing Seagull with Fortune Cookie. In fact, pretty rare to see Fortune Cookie at all. Level 2 platypus, we get another chocolate without even rolling. So all I need now is one more bass, and we'll be good to go. I think probably I should be looking out to freeze the next transform food, although I should have frozen the crow there. Here's Carve. Very common to go against Carve, presumably playing random packs again. So when you're down to very low hearts, you're facing other people who are doing stupid stuff. And playing random packs in the current version is pretty stupid. I guess it's always been stupid, but it's still very fun. And I think you can often just come up with random bizarre strategies that you hadn't otherwise thought of from playing a random pack. So because we ended up winning there, we can greed again. I'm just going to keep the crow for next turn. And then here's another rare looking team. I mean, Stork level 3 is not what it used to be, but not very many teams at all have the giant squirrel there. So not surprising that's a win too. The amount of mana that you get per turn from Winter Spirit level 3 is pretty nasty, but I think I had Winter Spirit in this pack and I don't think I had any mana spending pets, so we're just going to use it for the mana snipes. And here the level up gives me Real Velo and Sunfish, and you know, although it would make a lot more sense to take Real Velo, I'm going to take Sunfish, even though it is an even turn. We'll just hang on to it and swap its position around turn to turn. I suppose there I probably also missed out on experience from the alpaca, so maybe a bit of a mistake there. But I think at this point I'm pretty confident, you know. I just want to make sure that the starfish gets transformed into something strong. We've given up on going for the level 3 buffs. I don't think I even had Anteater in this pack in order to pill it. Someone playing both Cerberus and Fly, but never had a chance against the strength of this squad. And now we can move the Sunfish. We've got to make sure that we don't make a mistake with the Sunfish. Actually, I guess I could still get more level 3 units for Starfish from Griffin, but it takes so long that I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to transform it now. And I'm thinking about Easter Egg to put on the skunk at the back. I do want to just play 2 separate skunks. I think I've been finding that although level 3 skunk is really strong, I think it's better just to take 2 level 2s, because oftentimes the level 2 is going to be good enough to destroy a lot of units. I guess there are certain situations where it's not going to be that good. You know, there are a lot of 1 big unit teams, but I don't think at this stage, you know, turn 16 plus, it's pretty unlikely you're going to face any teams that only have a single huge unit, because they're just not going to be alive this late. Here's another one of these Gelada transform teams with Hooded Seal, but the triggers have run out already. Actually, nice to see Game Ninja playing again. So that puts us on to 8 trophies. Definitely have to make sure I move the Sunfish. I did mention it the other day, I think, that Sunfish with a bunch of hurt pets and playing it at the back of the team has been on my list for ages, but just haven't gotten around to it yet. Actually doesn't do a whole lot of damage there. I don't think they had much equipment. It's always nice to beat Tiger Leopard. Yeah, so now we're on turn 18. This Sunfish isn't going to do anything. We'll just have to buy another chocolate and give it melon to make it sort of relevant in the next battle, and just cross our fingers for no 50-50 shops. But it's actually a Toad draw team. Really strange to see this team still alive on turn 18. I guess that's the strength of weakness, but in this particular round, hardly any of our pets get weakened, and the double cardinal fish doesn't really achieve anything. And a rare treasure chest round where we actually had a treasure chest still on board at the very end of the game.